So, finally got here. Well, I shouldn't say finally. I think this only took about 8 days to get here. Finally got my Nabalis Wing. So, alright, let's see. That's better. Comes with hardware and a T10 bit. Probably already know that. Some of those Chinese bite handle indicating O-ring things. Some stickers. There's nothing under here. The case is about pencil case at Walmart quality. Like, this is certainly better than some of the garbage I've gotten at Harbor Freight, but it's in no way, it's nowhere up close to a even an imitation Pelican case. Nowhere even close to that, but it's good enough for the knife, I guess. I got the obsidian color, so I don't want to say I'm disappointed. Most of the wings I've seen are either purple or pink. For some reason, that's the color that people have got. So, ooh. Flips pretty well, actually, all things considered. This little nub right here, I guess it depends on exactly how your hands work, but this tiny little lump or it's the pin cup on the tang side of the blade, the back edge, where the Zen pin fits in. It does not bother me in any way, and it's very, very rounded. Really, I wish the pin cups on the replicant were this nice. Kind of dirty. How much does it weigh? 4.12. 4.11. Huh. It's kind of weird. It feels a bit heavier than it is. Alright, let's see here. Yeah. So it's lighter than the Bali Plus Kraken. Feels heavier though. The balance is more focused on the handles, whereas the Kraken is more neutral. Kraken sounds a bit better, but we'll see how this one breaks in. I literally just opened this one. And I'm not going to lube it because it's covered in that nasty Chinese oil, and there's some kind of like gummy shit here near the pivots. I was trying not to curse on this video. Oh well. So I'm actually I'm going to go boil this in degreaser for an hour. Maybe I can get all that crap off of there. They did a really, really good job of preserving the meat at the ass end of these handles. Like every other aluminum knife, right? Like the Kraken, there's so much space here at the end that's just a void. It would not be in any way hard for them to add quite a bit more weight for the aluminum in the ass end of the handles, which I would like. Not sure if everyone else would, but who cares? Okay. early. My hands have not woken up. So the false edge, it's not incredibly uncomfortable. That tip will absolutely poke the fuck out of you though. And of course, the blade has these these little, like they're not mill lines. They're kind of wavy, but there's these little cutouts, and they're full of crap. Like there's oil and little bits of garbage. This knife needs cleaned. And as nice as this is, oh, by the way, I've heard some people comment on the fact that this knife is 440C. That'd be 400 series high carbon. And I think it's funny how we've gotten to the point now where 440C is not that good, supposedly. If you go back in time 20 years, that was literally the pinnacle of knife technology. And by the numbers, 440C actually exhibits hardness that is hard to mimic in any other stainless steel. And its rust resistance is awesome. It's on par with that Bowler N690 stuff, which is a very, very rust resistant steel. I believe that's what Benchmade uses for their aquatic. Spyderco has their salt line. I don't know what Benchmade calls theirs. I don't buy Benchmade's garbage anymore. It's actually not very slippery, all things considered. There's absolutely no texturing or yeah, it's got this waxy crap on it. Damn it. Alright, so I'm definitely going to be boiling this thing in degreaser. Yeah, maybe I should just disassemble the whole thing. Usually I don't, usually I wait until the pivots work their way loose on their own, because if you get a new knife, provided it hasn't been assembled in a terribly haphazard manner, sometimes you'll have, I don't know, maybe a whole day, maybe 3, before the pivots come loose. So you can become acquainted with the knife, you can flip it around, and you're not chasing the tune with your Torx driver. But I've got a long list of stuff I'll be doing to all of these knives. My Bally Plus Kraken, the blade finish is not very good, so I'll be breaking this down and hand sanding and polishing the blade. The pivots on my Medusa need replaced. My Tsunami needs some blade work. Just about everything here needs something. And you can make of that what you will. I would enjoy being able to buy a knife off the shelf that requires no work on my part, but that would be more expensive. I'm looking at a Telesto very soon. I should be getting one of those. But thankfully I've been modifying knives, and I've been making knives for quite some time, so there's very little work that a knife could need that I can't do. So as far as the aluminum work goes, this is pretty good, all things considered. Okay, what the hell? See, this is what I don't appreciate. There's a couple nicks on these handles, almost as if, I don't know, these came out of machining and they were tossed into a bin. The knife has these this very fine fluting on the handles, almost like a bark type texture. But they've taken some kind of round end mill on a CNC and they've sculpted this grip pattern in here, and the grip pattern has ridges, and the high places on the ridges, there's just a couple, you really have to look at this close, but there's a couple little dings on it, which I'm not happy about. This is a brand new knife. Brand new. And I'm not sure if this is some kind of lubricant that they used when they pushed in these pins. Like, that nasty waxy crap is everywhere. So that's not good. This is really similar to the finish that is on the Canyon. In fact, yep, they used the exact same glass blasting media on both of these. So, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed with the Nabalis, but I had originally assumed, you know, keep in mind this is an aluminum knife from China, 440C blade. There shouldn't be anything driving the price of this knife up. And the Bally Plus Kraken is about 50 bucks. This is about $140. So more than twice as expensive. Is it more than twice as good? No, I would say the Bally Plus, everything but the tune aside, the Bally Plus is actually nicer. So, make of that what you will. Now, I had originally assumed, you know, foolishly I suppose, that the additional cost, I'm like, oh, okay, $140 for this, you know, Nabalis, they put in, they actually put in the effort. They try to make designs aimed at flipping. They're not just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. And I assumed for that premium, this knife would be coming from a warehouse in America, right? Almost like the premium that Slash to Gash puts on their stuff. They're just knives off AliExpress, but they've already been imported into the country. So when you buy it, you know what you're getting, you know. Buying stuff off Colasong or AliExpress, it's a really good way to not get the knife that you picked. You'll get the wrong blade style, the wrong color, whatever, and there's no recourse if that happens. So I foolishly assumed, okay, charging all this extra money, it must at least be coming from somewhere in the United States. Nope, China Post. Now, in their defense, for a moment, this arrived in about 7 or 8 days, or I don't know, maybe 9, 10 at the most. Whereas everything else here took at least 2 weeks, so at least 14 days to get here. So, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed with this. It actually does flip rather nice, but I do like the balance on this. The tune is quite good. There's almost zero movement to the handles whatsoever. There's no binding. Does not sound bad. Not quite as ringy as the Kraken, but the Kraken has had a bit more time to break in. We will see where this one goes once it's been cleaned and everything else. I think my YouTube channel is verified, I guess. We'll see. I don't know if it'll let me upload shit longer than 15 minutes. We'll see though. Really, this is not bad. Really not bad. Almost the same length as the Kraken too.